He was known as Andre in the league for all you sports fans out there. Good times watching him do that. He's a co-host of the film discussion podcast, How Did This Get Made, alongside his wife, June Raffaella, and Jason Mantzoukas, who is as funny as they come as well. Good to see you, Paul Scheer.
Thank you so much for having me.
And, of course, you're in the disaster artist in theaters everywhere. And it is a new hilarious movie where James Franco and his brother Dave are making the worst movie ever made, technically, called The Room. You're in it. Seth Rogen is in it. Alison Brie is in it. And we'll talk about that in a second. Are you playing fantasy football still? Do you get that question all the time because of your time with the league?
I do, and I am. And right now it's a really sore spot for me because I was having an amazingly solid season that just fell apart. Like in the last 2 weeks, basically 3 weeks ago, I tied the worst person in our entire league. So that was a real blow for me to tie the worst person. Mm-hmm. And then just 2 solid losses. We're in the playoffs now, and I'm just done. I'm done.
You're done, dead in the water.
Yeah,
who's on your team?
I have Mariota, who I feel like has been really tough, and I have Goff too, and I'm a Rams fan, or I'm trying to be a Rams fan, and this year it made it really actually easy. Last year was way harder to be a Rams fan.
Oh yeah,
because I'm a Jets fan, and I was like, you know what? I have kids now. I want to have a team that we can enjoy together. Maybe go and
the Jets are not that team.
The Jets have been the bane of my existence. Look, and I've also, since I moved out here, I'm in dire straits right now because I'm also a Clippers fan, and that's a whole nother issue of just pain.
Oh my God! So you could be Lakers Giants, but instead you're Jets Clippers.
Yeah. So
God bless you, Paul Scheer.
So my team is going it's just not doing anything on the board at all, and I thought I was gonna be one of those sneaky players that just puts up a solidly good season, and then I thought of course I thought I was gonna win. But no, I'm just eating it the last 2 weeks.
What's your team name?
My team name is, oh gosh, I changed it because it was offensive. And
so you can't say it here on the show?
Yeah, I can't say it here. Sorry, I apologize.
Which league are you in? Who are you in?
I'm in a league with Jerry O'Connell, one of the worst fantasy football players I've ever played with. Who else is in there? Scott Armstrong, who wrote Elf and Starsky and Hutch. Adam Pally, from Happy Endings. Oh my gosh, who else is in this thing? A bunch of people like that.
Okay, but the league,
Ron Livingston.
The league no longer. Ron Livingston's in
Ron
this
Livingston,
too?
yes, yeah.
Huh. Does he have a bunch of bears? Because that's what his.
Ron seems a little absentee this year. Oh, Matt Walsh is in it too. Yeah, we have a good.
Talk about bears.
Yeah, I know. There's all bears.
Okay.
It's Ron's a little bit absent this year in it. I'm not in the league with the guys from the league anymore, simply because I feel like most of those people did not want to play in that league, and it was an 8-team league, and that was a team where I always felt great about myself. Because an 8-team league, you could pick up people on the waiver wire, you could have everything was at your disposal.
Right.
This one I'm in now is just a monstrosity. If I draft badly, I'm done.
You're
I'm
done.
Just done. Yeah.
Paul Scheer here on the Rich Eisen show. So you are. Have you gone to a Rams game this year?
I have not gone to a Rams game this year. I went last year. Basically, and this sounds lame, I'm a parent, and so I have a 2-nap-a-day kid right now, and my wife is not going to be psyched about me going, hey, can you do it with both kids?
Can you do it with both kids while I go watch Jared Goff take on the Eagles this coming week?
And almost lose and then come back at the end. But the tricky thing is, going to L.A., like a game in L.A., it takes you almost as long as the game to get in and out of the parking, too. So it's a full day trip. It's not like an easy in and out.
Well, it seems to me that the Rams in Los Angeles got a bunch of fans interested just because they returned. And unfortunately for them, put a Jeff Fisher and then Jeff Fisher fired product on the field. Now this is a much better product. Now people are paying attention but haven't really physically shown up very much yet.
The stadium is comically empty. And it's so sad whenever I see my friends at the game. It's just and that's a giant stadium too. I mean, it is. It already is predisposed to look empty, and it looks even more empty.
Well, there's going to be a lot of Eagles fans there this weekend. I know that.
Yeah.
And because Brockman, you're one of those Rams fans that are selling their tickets, right?
Correct. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, you have your tickets. They're on the secondary. Have they sold yet?
Not yet. No, it's still available.
They're still available on your secondary ticket? Why
I
would
was
you
going to
go?
buy season tickets, and I was like, why? Because anytime I can actually go, I'll be able to get great seats.
That's right.
And then once they move to that,
I'm going to be out of town. I'll be on a plane coming back.
Oh, so you're out of town?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not just going to be sitting here and
No,
watching
I'm not
football.
going to. Yeah, right.
Okay.
What do you think the vibe is like there, though? Because I went there, I've seen like 3 games, right? And it's a real mixed vibe.
It's a very mixed crowd. It's like Raider Nation light.
Yes.
It's very rowdy.
Well, I'll tell you this. If the Rams win the division and get a home playoff game, okay, and so if that happens, it will either be on a Saturday night, I believe, in that spot, Saturday night, Rams versus, let's say right now, could be Falcons coming in here, could be Seahawks coming in here, could be that, could be Rams versus Carolina, could be Rams or Packers, and they would put that on a Saturday night or maybe that Sunday afternoon game. I think they would get 80, 90,000 people here for that.
I would hope so, but I don't know.
But
how sick would that be if that happens?
It would be amazing. I just think, honestly, part of my issue is it's a mess. Like, that stadium is a mess. It's like to get in, to get out. It's like, and so part of me,
it's older, but they're refurbishing it now. But just
I know
not in
then
time
it's going to be too expensive for anyone to go to, and that's what bums me out. Like, I was in Atlanta. I went to go see a Falcons game, and that stadium, amazing. I love a stadium like right in the middle of the city. Like New Orleans is great like that too. You can walk to it. You can leave from it. It's perfect.
I do. I walk into a Saints game. There's nothing like that. Watching everybody who's had the blue flu for the last 10 hours, just skipping out on work and just getting so well oiled for the evening's affair.
When I saw the Super Bowl in New Orleans, it was one of the best experiences because, you casually walk into the stadium and then as soon as it went out, you could just walk right into anything right there.
Plus, you were on the league on FX, and I'm sure you got some good tickets from the
Oh,
Fox
yeah.
people.
We go to the game.
Oh, let's take a break.
Okay.
We'll come back in 60 seconds to talk about that with you, as well as this movie about one of the worst movies ever made. And I want to know what you think is the worst movie that's ever been made. And Paul Scheer, when we come back here in 60 seconds, still to come as well, the Pitch Friday subject about what you think is in the Rafael Palmeiro contract as he comes back from 53 years of age. That's coming up. Welcome back to the Rich Eisen Show. The MyPillow buy one, get one free offer is still available when you go to MyPillow.com. Click on the buy one, get one free tab. Take advantage of this limited time offer by putting the promo code RICH in, and then you get an ability to get a free MyPillow premium pillow when you purchase one of them, and it comes with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Trust me, we all love these pillows.
I love these pillows.
You do too?
I do. I like my pillow.
Paul Scheer loves My Pillow.
Well, because I started to laugh at when I saw the guy with the mustache running around touching people's pillows, and then I was like, I got to check this thing out, and it actually is really comfortable.
It's great.
It's really good.
You put it in the dryer when you get it, and then boom.
It's ready to go. I am a My Pillow convert.
Attaboy. Paul Scheer loves it. We all love it. Let Paul Scheer's pillow become your pillow. It's MyPillow.com. The Disaster Artist is in theaters everywhere right now. James Franco is playing, and he directs it as well. A movie about the making of a movie called The Room, which Comedy Central runs, I guess, once a year. So it's sort of like their Christmas story.
Yeah, it's an impossible movie to get your hands on because the guy who created it, Tommy Wiseau, who is just from Europe, in quotes, that's as much specifics as we get from him, only will sell it on his website. So you have to PayPal him money to get the DVD. It doesn't stream anywhere. It only goes through him. They'll sell you underwear, DVDs, scripts, whatever you want. And the movie is amazing. It's like Tennessee Williams put through Google Translate. It's just nothing quite makes sense, but it feels like there is emotion coming. I just don't understand what the emotions are.
Right.
And so I got addicted to this movie. I watched it. It was like my mind was blown. I wanted to watch it again immediately. And then I do this podcast. We had Greg Sestero, one of the actors in the movie, also the line producer of the movie, come on. And he told me about him and Tommy, this kind of weird relationship. And I didn't know about Tommy basically back then. And then when they got to do this movie based on his book that he wrote after our podcast, it was like a dream come true. It was like basically getting to like live in my biggest fantasy, which is The Room, which is the crappiest movie of all time.
Right, and you play the DP on the set. For those who may not know, a DP is
a DP like does all the director of photography, so he's doing the lighting and everything. Now the lighting on The Room is bad. I mean, everything. Like, look, the main centerpiece of The Room is a roof, which is ironic. But like, so they're on a roof, but the roof is all green screen. They could have shot on a real roof,
but they decided to green screen it.
Green screen it.
And Seth Rogen plays the director, and
he's
there's some great
he's a script supervisor.
Okay.
Who? So basically, we're like the Waldorf and Statler of the movie. We're like, what
Good
are
Muppets
you
reference.
doing? Yeah.
Good Muppet, the old guy's Muppet reference. And so there's some other great cameos in this film.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Well.
Bryan Cranston, I know, has been on this show. He's in it. Nathan Fielder's in it. Everywhere you look, Megan Mullally, all the like every single part is cast with an amazing cast.
And it's in theaters everywhere right now. What do you think is the worst movie ever made?
I have to say, and not because I'm here to talk about The Disaster Artist, but I do believe The Room is the apex of. Because most bad movies make like 75% wrong choices.
Right.
This movie makes 100% wrong choices. And all the negatives make a positive. And you're like, I need to watch this again and again. But a close second is a movie called Miami Connection, directed and written by Taekwondo master YK Kim. It's a movie about cocaine, rock and roll, and ninjas. And it's called Miami Connection, but it's all about cocaine in Orlando. So I don't know why they call it Orlando.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
And the ninjas are in a band called Dragon Sound. And there's like 4 or 5 musical numbers that are pretty good in it, where they're just rocking out. Miami Connection, you can find it online. And the funny story about that was a guy at the Alamo Drafthouse, which they play all these kind of great movies at the Alamo Drafthouse, was just on eBay, and he saw Miami Connection, like the 2 reels of film, and he bought it for $30, didn't know what it was, unspooled it, and then found this masterpiece, and then bought it and re-released it.
Paul Scheer here on The Rich Eisen Show. I've only walked out of 2 movies.
What were they?
Okay. Have you ever walked out of a movie theater?
I have.
Like, it's just, this is so bad, even though I'm in a movie theater.
It's the hardest decision to make because it's like, I paid for this. What am I doing?
I paid for it. Like, what else am I going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, I've already committed the time.
Yeah, you're here. What else? Yeah,
Brockman, have you ever walked out of a movie?
I have. I walked out on anger management.
Ooh, really?
Yes. I will say, this was like 12 years ago, whenever that came out.
Right.
It was the back end of a double dip, let's just say that.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
you were done with it, but you did watch every episode of Anger Management, the TV show, so you made up for it, right?
Yes.
I walked out of 2 movies.
Okay.
I walked out of Funny Farm.
Oh, the Chevy Chase.
Oh, wow.
Did you stay until he ate the cow balls or whatever?
Wow.
Well, this was, when I would see anything Chevy Chase did because of the vacation movies and Fletch.
Yeah.
And I even saw Fletch 2.
Oh, Fletch 2.
Which I stayed from beginning to end for.
Fletch lives.
But I walked out of Funny Farm. Me and my buddies in the late 80s. And this is, when I'm in high school still.
Yeah.
When we walked out of it. And then Due Date with Robert Downey and Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, yes, the wannabe
the buddy.
Trains, and automobiles, but just not that.
Because Susie and I, we were absolutely 1,000% into, both of them.
Robert Downey Jr. coming off of Iron Man, Zach Galifianakis coming off of The Hangover. Like, this is going to be comedy gold.
And he was coming also off of Tropic Thunder as well.
Oh, right.
And we're like, in. And then we were, I think this is like our firstborn was like a year and a half. And we're like, we get so rare to get out.
Of course.
Let's go get something to eat.
Left. The only thing now with my wife and I, when we get out, no matter what the quality of the movie is, we're like, we loved it. Like, whatever, because I think we're just like excited to be out. People are like, you like that movie? We're like, yeah, we weren't at home.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, kids ruin everything. Basically.
So I can one up both of your stories and say that I pulled out of a movie because I saw it at the drive-in. I literally pulled my car out of the drive-in.
You drove off.
I drove off in the middle of Beer Fest, which is like the guys who did like Super Troopers and stuff like that. Like they made a movie called Beer Fest.
You drove out.
I was like, let's go. We gotta go. And that's the most uncomfortable leaving because you're slowly moving your car.
And everybody's like, where are you going?
Wait, why are they leaving?
Because at least you can walk out of a movie thinking you're going to the bathroom, you're going to get some popcorn. When you're driving out, you're pretty much making a statement. And Paul Scheer here on the show. Paul, you're a perfect person to have here. We do this sometimes with guests who are here. This show has a relationship with Funny or Die.
Yes.
You don't have to do anything. You just sit here and just hang out. We have a relationship with Funny or Die. They have an app called Pitch where there are topics on the app, the threads, if you will, sort of like At Midnight.
Yeah.
Okay,
100%.
where writers write lines for it. And we have our viewers and listeners chime in with their answer to a Funny or Die pitch thread. And if we choose your answer, you get an invitation to the invitation only, comics only, writers only app community for Pitch, and where they pay for jokes, so people can get started in a comedy career.
Pretty amazing.
Okay, here we go. So the top 5 answers, we sort of rip off Letterman here because I'm such a big Letterman fan. Top 5 answers of provisions in 53-year-old Major League Baseball comeback candidate Rafael Palmeiro's potential contract. Number 5. Not allowed to use his cane as a bat. Number 4, clubhouse must be fully stocked with new Gatorade Prune Blast. Number 3, preparation HGH. Number 2, walk-up music played at a reasonable volume and not after 8 p.m. And then the number 1 provision in Rafael Palmeiro's potential contract for his comeback at age 53 is salary must be more than what Bobby Bonilla is currently making on the Mets.
Fantastic.
That's number 1. And that was written by Michael Tannenbaum of New York, New York.
Woo,
Not Mike Tannenbaum of Southern Florida, the general manager of the Miami Dolphins. And the listener viewer submission at LA Kings Fanner. Congratulations. DM us your information because you win this Pitch Friday topic, saying that Rafael Palmeiro and his contract on his giveaway night, Palmeiro's bobblehead must double as a life alert device. I like that one. There you go.
I love it.
That's our Funny or Die Pitch Friday.
That's pretty fun.
That's awesome.
There you go. So tell that story before you take off about the Super Bowl with you and the FX.
Yeah. So we go to the Super Bowl, and you think they're going to treat us good. You know, it's FX. We do a show about football. We get put in. That was a blackout Super Bowl too. So it was a lot of.
Oh, this was Niners Ravens.
Yes. So we're there, and this is how bad our seats were. So I think that was the year that Beyonce was performing with Destiny's Child. Right? That was a surprise. Destiny's Child popped up.
Yes.
So Beyonce gets out there. She's singing. She's dancing. And then these like giant slats come up.
Yes.
Boom, 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 boom. And we're blocked off from the entire halftime show. All I saw was fireworks. And there was something amazing going on in front of this wall that we were not able to see. And that stadium is so kind of old that there's no screens. It's so they weren't playing anything. So we just sat in silence. And when you're in the stadium during the Super Bowl, it's longer than anything. And we had nothing to look at, but just occasionally sparks and we'd hear stuff. It was the saddest spot to sit in. Real bad.
2 words for you.
Yeah.
Basic cable.
It's so true.
Because I'm sure Boreanaz had 2 on the 50 because he was in Bones.
Bones.
For Fox,
Bones is getting Bones is getting
2 on the 50, man.
100%. Yeah, we were at that point on FXX. We were barely on TV. we were like, you can get our show through Morse code.
I remember, man, my first Sports Center that I was at ESPN for first World Series I was on Sports Center at ESPN was 96. Lifelong Yankee fan. Yankees back in the World Series for the first time since 1981. And I thought to myself, all for those years, if I ever get to Sports Center, how great would that be? I get to go to a World Series, whatever. No, I had to be a Ford holder. So there I am sitting at my desk watching the World Series. And who had tickets right there because she had a new series on Fox was Tootie from Facts of Life. Kim Fields. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, Kim Fields is at this World Series. I'm on Sports Center. I'm in the middle of Connecticut watching it on television. The prefabricated cubicle. What the hell?
Those are the moments that I get so mad when I watch sports because these people do not care about being there. There's promotional gimmick, and it gets me so angry.
What the hell?
I have season tickets to the Clippers. I sit up high at the Clippers, and then I look down. I'm like, this idiot in this dumb movie is getting the best seats for a Clippers game.
Yeah, I never know. But at least Kadeem Hardison really is a fan, right? He's really in there. He's in there all the time.
Look. Right now, the Clippers are having a lot of problems. The guy who wears the Clippers outfit is on strike right now.
Hold on a second. You mean
Clipper Darrell?
Yeah, Clipper Darrell's on strike.
Well, that I knew, but I thought you meant the guy who puts that condor outfit on.
Oh, no.
That's Paul Scheer, good to see you here. Everybody should go see The Disaster Artist in theaters everywhere.
And some places in IMAX.
Oh, very good. I appreciate that.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.